A very good day to everyone. We are from Group 13 and today we will be presenting our research title, The Impact of Renewable Energy Transition on Malaysia's Economic Growth and Employment Opportunities, of subject Energy Economics Code ECO 4263. This study is based on the Malaysia Renewable Energy is commonly known as MyRER. My name is Lavanya and together with my group members Danusha, Jayasri and Fatih Natasha, we will be sharing our analysis on how Malaysia's shift to renewable energy impacts its economy and job markets. What is MyRER? MyRER stands for Malaysia Renewable Energy Roadmap. It is a national strategic plan launched in 2025 by the Sustainable Energy Development Authorities SEDA, which is set up under the Ministry of Natural Resources, Environment and Climate Change. Purpose of MyRER is first to guide Malaysia's transition from fossil fuels to clean renewable energy by setting clear goals and strategies. Firstly, Malaysia has traditionally depended on fossil fuel like gas, coal, and also oil to grow its economy. However, to reduce pollution and carbon emission, the government launched the Malaysian Renewable Energy Roadmap (MyRER) in 2021. The roadmap sets clear targets to increase renewable energy share in electricity to 31% by 2025 and 40% by 2035. It focuses on clean resources like solar, hydro, and also bioenergy. Aims to reduce the country's reliance on important fuels while also attracting 43 to 53 billion in investment and also creating thousands of green jobs. Next, importantly, it promotes energy justice to ensuring that everyone, including rural and undeserved communities, has fair access to clean and also affordable energy. Lastly, the renewable energy sector is projected to create thousands of green jobs, especially in solar installation, manufacturing, and R&D. These help reskill workers from fossil fuels industry and support inclusive employment. The roadmap also promotes community engagement, transparency, and stakeholders collaboration. Local participation is encouraged to support a just and inclusive energy transition. There are so many goals of MyRER. First is reduce pollution and fossil fuels import. Second, improve energy security. Third is support economic growth through new sectors.
The research objectives are to determine the renewable energy targets in the electricity mix up to 2035, and second, to determine strategies required to achieve renewable energy targets. Next is research method. We analyze investment, employment, and renewable energy contribution using descriptive statistics. Employment is stable with a mean of 27.61 and low standard deviation of 0.185. Investment is more dynamic, showing higher fluctuation with a standard deviation of 2.392. In short, investment in renewable energy varies more than employment. Next, correlation analysis. We analyze how RE, employment, and investment relate to GDP, and this shows that RE is closely linked to GDP, but higher investment may not always match GDP growth. The regression model used is where GDP is economic growth, and the predictors are renewable energy usage, RE, employment EMP, and investment INV, with E as the error term. And then we also have model summary, ANOVA, and coefficient. Only renewable energy RE shows a significant and positive impact on Malaysia's GDP. Employment and investment are not significant predictors. The model explains 25.1% of GDP variation, but overall it's not statistically significant. In conclusion, RE plays a positive role in economic growth, but more data is needed to confirm this.
In the short term, we must acknowledge that the transition to renewable energy requires significant capital outlay. For example, the development of solar photovoltaic system, biomass facilities, and hydropower plants involves high initial cost. However, these investments are necessary for building the foundation of a green economy and are expected to pay off in the long run. Despite the short-term cost, the long-term investment returns are very promising. According to SEDA, Malaysia in 2021, the implementation of IRER is projected to attract between RM43 billion and RM53 billion in renewable energy investment by the year 2035. These investments will not only strengthen Malaysia's energy security but also support the growth of the green technology sector, helping to diversify our economy. Renewable energy development is job creation. In Malaysia, there is increasing demand for green jobs, particularly in the solar industry. This includes installation, maintenance system, design and manufacturing roles. As our commitment to clean energy increase, job opportunities in this sector are expected to grow. In fact, data between 2012 and 2021 shows a strong link between the growth of renewable energy capacity and employment in the energy sector. For instance, renewable energy share grew from 2.5% in 2012 to 7.5% in 2021, with employment in the sector reaching 27% according to the Department of Statistics Malaysia. Secondly, the government has introduced several market-based mechanisms to facilitate this transition. These include fees in tariff, net energy metering, and the promotion of a green energy market. These policies help to reduce the financial burden on both consumers and business that invest the clean energy. They also encourage more participation from the private sector and promote fair competition in the energy market. Another important tool is carbon pricing. Although it is still under consideration, the 12 Malaysia Plan mentioned the potential implementation one of the carbon tax. This approach will help determine the environment cost of carbon emissions, promoting more sustainable practices. It would also increase overall economic efficiency by encouraging industry to shift toward cleaner production methods.
Hi, my name is Jayasri. I will explain about the ethical and professional consideration. So firstly, community displacement and environmental justice. Projects like hydropower and large-scale solar farms often require large areas of land, which may displace indigenous and rural communities. This can lead to the loss of traditional lands, culture, and jobs. Without fair compensation and proper consultation and resettlement plans, the projects may be seen as unethical. This issue ties into the idea of environmental justice, which is about ensuring all people are treated fairly in environmental decisions. Secondly, access and equity issues. One of the biggest challenges in renewable energy is that everyone has equal access. Urban areas often benefit first, while rural or poorer communities are left out. To fix this, we need government support like subsidies and infrastructure sharing. It is also very important that decision making is transparent. People must be involved early and informed clearly to maintain trust. So thirdly, professional integrity in energy economics. Energy economists play a key role in guiding the energy transition. They must base decisions on facts and consider social and environmental effects, not just profit. They should remain free from political pressure and promote solutions that are balanced and fair for everyone. Next, policy and public trust. Policymakers have a responsibility to ensure energy policies are just and inclusive. They need to involve communities, protect human rights, and share the burden of energy transition fairly. Policies like feed-in tariffs and green financing should be applied equally so people trust and participate in the renewable energy movement. So, in the conclusion, ethical and professional standards are not optional in renewable energy. Social justice and transparency must be integrated into every step of Malaysia's My RER program. It is not just about achieving green goals, it is about how we achieve them.
Next is stakeholder analysis. Firstly, government agencies like Ministry of Energy Transition, Energy Commission, Ministry of Economy, they are develop national energy policies, set renewable energy targets, and offer financial incentive like FIT and NEN. The impact is build a strong regulatory framework and attract both local and foreign investment in clean energy. Second is private sector, such as independent power producers and solar developers Green Teach Firm. They are develop and operate renewable energy project across Malaysia. The impact is contribute directly to economic activities and job creation. Regression analysis confirm their role in supporting GDP growth through RE expansions. Third is local communities and workers. They are focused especially those transitioning from the fossil fuel industry. The support needed from them is access to training, reskilling, and also green job opportunities. The impact are employment remains stable throughout the transition, showing the importance of job security and also inclusive growth. Community engagement in energy planning is essential for a just transition. Fourth is academic and training institutions. They are provide education and skills training for the renewable energy workforce. Additionally, they also conduct some research in green technology and innovation to support long-term sustainability. Fifth is NGOs and civil society organization. They are promote transparency, environmental protection, and also community rights. The importance from them are advocate for equitable land use and ensure communities are not displaced by large-scale RE projects. Conclusion. All stakeholders groups are play a critical and independent role. Strong collaboration is essential to ensure that Malaysia RE transition is not only economically successful but also socially fair and environmentally responsible.
Next, policy recommendations. First, Malaysia Renewable Energy Roadmap can transform energy via policies, grid access, and regulatory reforms for competitiveness. Second, drive inclusive economic growth by boosting local participation and green economic hubs. Next, improves social well-being by providing affordable green energy and empowering communities, and builds human capital through training and just transition, creating thousands of jobs. Besides, Malaysia Renewable Energy Roadmap foundations are environmental conservation and ethical governance with transparent engagement. And lastly, mobilize investment through green financing and clear policy for ambitious target.